Hello and welcome to Go for the Word by Ambrose King. We're going to be looking into resting in God's Word. One of the greatest challenges of many believers is to be able to rest in God's Word. A lot of believers, they love to strive, they love to perform. Some even want to bombard heaven with their prayers. And many think that with constant repetition or doing fasting, we can change the mind of God. I want us to look at what the Bible tells us. So we're going to be reading the book of Hebrews chapter 4. I'm going to start from verse 2. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 2 says, "For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Very remarkable verse. It's telling us that the gospel was preached, but there are two types of people that receive the gospel. There are those who mix what they heard with faith, and there are those who did not mix it with faith. Those who mix the gospel with the faith, or the news with the faith, it became a profit unto them. They received their reward and their prayers were answered, but those who did not get their prayers answered, or rather, it did not profit them. Look at verse 3. It says, "For we which have believed do enter into rest, as he said, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world." Verse 3 place tells us, it says, we who enter into the rest. It didn't say everybody. It didn't say every believer. It didn't say every Christian. It didn't say every pastor, every Geo. It didn't say every member of a church enter into this rest. It said we. So that the categories of those who are the we that enter into the rest of God. And it's talking about the finished works of Jesus from the foundation of the world. The question I'm having for you today is, have you entered into the rest of God, or are you still striving? Let's continue. Verse 4 says, "For he spake in a certain place of the seventh day on this wise, and God did rest the seventh day from all his works." Let's jump to verse 6. "Seeing therefore it remained that some must enter therein, and they to whom it was first preached enter not in because of unbelief." There you go. The Bible is telling us that we have to enter into that rest. So it's talking about two categories of people. There are those who did not enter into the rest, and there are those who enter the rest because of unbelief. Unbelief can rob you of your blessing. Unbelief can rob you of the blessings of God. Let's move to verse 8. It says, "For if Jesus had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day?" So Jesus has already given the believers rest, but many believers are still following the old tradition of performance, of striving. Now, look at verse 9. It said, "There remained therefore a rest of the people of God." There remained a rest. There's a final position that you have to enter as a child of God. So many people have not found it. Yeah. Look at what verse 10 says as I begin to round up. It says, "For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as God did from his." Very remarkable verse. As I begin to round up, it tells us that he that entered into this rest. Are you among those who have entered into God's rest, or are you still striving? It says he had ceased from his own works. So your efforts and your righteousness cannot stand, cannot profit you. But when you enter the finished work of Jesus, you enter into his rest. And this is a posture that every believer must attain. So many people don't even hear about this rest. So they endured walking, waiting on God while God is waiting for them to enter the rest. How do you enter the rest? By believing that Jesus finished everything for you. You just have to enter into his inheritance. I hope that this short video has been an encouragement to you. If you are going through any challenges, any problems, understand there's a rest for you, and you have to enter that rest.